Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, we've seen a lot of flashlights on the channel, but nothing like this. This is actually a searchlight, search and rescue light. And, you know, Brinyte contacted me and offered me the opportunity to check it out. And I'm like, well, I'm definitely not going to carry that in your pocket. Or maybe even your car. But I was like, you know what? I have never really checked out a searchlight like this. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I think I would. Now, as you can see here from the, I mean, this is quite a large case, and we'll check out what's in it. But the first thing that really caught my eye is a searchlight, right? And it's got a max rating of 2100 lumens. And I'm like, wow. You know, we've seen some pretty small flashlights with, you know, 4,000 and 5,000 lumens. I'm like, okay. But it's got a beam distance of over 1,000 meters. Now, if you guys recall some of the, you know, some of the more popular brand flashlights out there, you know, there's flashlights out there putting out 25,000 lumens. I'm like, wait, you know, this just seemed really low. And I got to looking at it because I've never really looked into it. Flashlights that large. And, you know, yeah, they may be putting out 10 times the lumens, but their beam distance is probably just more than half of this, which I found really interesting. It's waterproof to 1 meter, drop proof to 1 meter. This is the interesting point. 270,000 candela. That is where your juice comes from. But all right, let's check it out. Let's open it up and see what's inside. So you got this nice, you know, padded case, which is good. Now, of course, you have your flashlight. We'll look at that here in a minute. You've got your charging cord. You've got a vehicle charging cable as well, which is interesting. It does come with a shoulder strap, and you're going to see why here in a minute. If you've never really checked out searchlights, you're going to see where that will come in pretty darn handy. And then here's your battery charger. Yes, it's got a I gotta pull that. It's in there good. Oh, of course, I stuck it in there really good after charging the batteries. There we go. And you've got your care and use. You got charging cable there, magnetic cable, and your battery charger. Now, this was really interesting, and you know what? We might plug this in, and I'll kind of show you how that works after we go outside and play around a little bit. But that's what it comes with. It comes with everything in the case, and of course, here is your flashlight. So we're going to get the case out of the way. Set it over here, and we'll get a little bit more focused on the flashlight. Now, like I said, this is the SR8 Search Angel from Brinyte. Rescue Angel, excuse me. The Rescue Angel, SR8 from Brinyte. There you go. Now, we've seen quite a few different flashlights from Brinyte. It's a very large flashlight. By far the biggest flashlight I think I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. But now, I did say, you know, it came with that shoulder strap. Well, there is where you're going to hook it to hang it around your shoulders. It's got that nice padded area, so it feels pretty decent. I mean, to have this thing hanging off your shoulder for a while, you're going to start to feel it. So you need that little extra padding. Now, you've got a silicone cover here to kind of help. I mean, look at that. I mean, I definitely don't have large hands, but yeah, that fills up the old hand for sure. It's a really good thing it comes with a shoulder strap. Absolutely. But aluminum construction, you do have the silicone portion right here to make it a little bit more comfortable to carry around. Now, you've got a single emitter. A single emitter is going to throw that beam 1,050 meters. So that's kind of wild. I mean, it's just wild to me. Like I said, I am in no no means a searchlight expert. First time ever seeing one. Now you did see you've got the 4 battery charger there. Take it out. There's your 4-barrel. The 4-barrel carb right there, man. So you've got Brinyte batteries, 3400 milliamp hour. Pretty sure, yeah, 18650s. So it takes 4 of them. Now, when I first got this, it wouldn't turn on, so I had to charge the batteries. I charged the batteries. It took about, I mean, it wouldn't even register. Like, when you turn it on, this is supposed to flash red, right? You've got an indicator here. It's either green or red. Solid green means you're good. Red means you're below 60 or 70%. And then flashing red means, hey, charge me. I didn't even notice it flashing red when I first got it. So I had to charge the batteries. It took about 7.5 hours for those batteries to fully charge. And they do charge independently. So if you get a, you know, if you have one go bad or whatever, you get a new one, you can charge it all by itself if you need to. So very, very interesting. So, you know, let's do a quick spec check and then we'll kind of go over the operation. Man, I'm not used to dealing with anything this big. So let's go out just a little bit more. There you go. So overall length, you're looking at, gosh, what is that? And I'm including, you know, pretty much the tip there. So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pretty much 9 inches in length. Width, let's do it this way. It'll be easier to see. Overall width, man, where's that coming in at? I got to get above it. A little over, well, close to right about 3 inches wide at its widest point. So, I mean, and you can tell in my hand, you know, okay, here's this. We'll do a quick comparison. Here's this in my hand. Where's my bug out? Okay, there you go. There's a size comparison for you. Well, you know what? PM2 is a little bit bigger. Let's do it. I mean, I'm doing this because these are handy. They're always out here. There you go. There's a size comparison for you. It's a large. And at this point, I don't even, I mean, it is a flashlight, but it's a searchlight. That's what it is. Let's get a quick weight on it. I believe it said 26 ounces with the batteries. So we'll do a quick. Yeah, that's more than 26 ounces. That's like 34 ounces. Oh, maybe I read that wrong, but God, I thought it said 26 ounces. So we're looking at about 34 ounces. So there's another reason why you have the shoulder strap, because you don't want to be lugging this thing around in your hand. You know, because if you're using it for its intended purpose, you're searching, and you're probably going to be searching for a while. So definitely the shoulder strap's going to come in handy. So let's talk a little bit about operation. You do have this side switch here. And like I said, you do have the indicators around here for battery indication. So now, right now, if I go to turn it on, it lights up, tells me, yep, you're green, but it's not coming on. Because if you don't use it for a while, it goes into an automatic lockout mode. Okay, so to get it out of lockout mode, all you got to do is press and hold, and it will come on. And it will come on in low. Now, low is 35 lumens. Rated at 35 lumens. That is quite a beam, a hot spot for 35 lumens. And you'll see this when we go outside. I was fairly impressed. I mean, there again, take it with a grain of salt. First time. But I was pretty impressed. Now, you'll do the long press, get it out of lockout. It comes on in low. Turn it off. Now you want to turn it back on. Well, it's automatically going to come on in turbo. Once you get it out of that lockout mode, turn it off, turn it on. If you don't wait that period of time for it to enter lockout, it's always going to come on in turbo. Good Lord. 2100 lumens. 2100 lumens in turbo. Hit it, it'll kick down. Now you work kind of backwards. Now you're going to kick it down to 800 lumens. Kick it down again to 300 lumens. One more time. you're back down to 35 lumens, and if you press it again, you're going to turn it off. Now, if from the on or the off, double press will take you to strobe. It strobes at 2100 lumens. While you're in the strobe mode, you double press again, and it goes into SOS mode. I just didn't want to strobe anyone. So we'll go over here. I'll take it back here. Double press the strobe. Double press again. And now you can see that you're in SOS mode. Press the button, and you're off. So, and in SOS mode, 800 lumens, strobe mode, 2100 lumens. So, the thing that really got me, and like I said, I started comparing to some other, powerful searchlights, because like I said, we've seen, pocket-ish size flashlights, putting out 4,000 or 5,000 lumens, and I'm just really, having not seen a searchlight before, I'm like, wow, it seems underpowered. Well, let's go outside, guys, and I will show you what the difference is. Let's go have some fun. Let's go. All right, here we are. We're outside with the SR8. Now, it's on low because, I had to do the long press to turn it on. And I tell you what, this is low. This is 35 lumens. And you can already see how focused that beam is. I mean, there's the stump. There's the corner of the yard. We're seeing that with 35 lumens out of this flashlight, which is, for me, in my experience with flashlights, is fairly impressive. It is this is a searchlight, so it's obviously different than a lot of the lights we've been seeing, the EDC lights. But at a 2100 lumen rating, we've seen flashlights putting out 4,000 and 5,000 lumens. They just don't have this focused beam. So I'm going to turn it off. And when I turn it back on, it automatically comes on in turbo. So we're automatically look at that beam coming out of this. That is a super focused beam. I mean, you've got a decent amount of flood, as you can see there, but it's not intended to be a floodlight. It is intended to be a searchlight. And if the poor bunny was out here tonight, we'd probably cook the poor thing instead of just blinding him. But, long story. You'd have to watch some other flashlight reviews. But anyway, that's why we always look for visitors, because we have raccoons and bunnies out here sometimes. So now we click down. So there's high, medium. We've got a little bit more of a beam, and you guys aren't really picking up the flood off to the side through the camera. And then we're back down to low. This is, the beam on this thing is just super focused. Now we click it again, it goes off. So turn it back on. Like I said, it always comes on in turbo if you do the quick press. Now, like I said, lockout, you've got to press and hold, and it will come on in low. So if you want it to come on in low, let it sit for a little while. But 1,050 meters throw. That's a pretty impressive light for me. Now, again, first experience. That is a stump, I think. First experience with a real searchlight like this. So obviously, need to see some others in comparison, but pretty darn cool. All right, let's get back upstairs. All right, so what did you think? You can really tell the difference between an EDC flashlight. I should have taken one out there with me, but never before has 35 lumens reached the corner of the yard. It just doesn't happen. That's because this flashlight is designed to have that super focused beam for the searching capability, which I think is pretty cool. Obviously I'm going to need some other ones, for comparison and to learn more about them. But as a first experience, I kind of found it pretty cool. So, you know what? Now this guy selling on Amazon right now for like 140 bucks. I think 139, 140 bucks. Which, you know, for its capability, I don't think is too bad, honestly. When you're talking, you know, lights of similar capability, I mean, you're talking $300, $400, $600. So, yeah, to me, that's not bad. Again, first time, take it with a grain of salt. But I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna pull the battery charger out of here, and I'm gonna we'll kind of show you how that kind of works. So, bear with me, guys. I'll be right back. All right, so we've got the battery charger out here. Now, as you can see, it's plugged in, it's lit up, and I'm gonna take the battery pack out of the SR8. There's your battery pack, and I'm just gonna do one of them. Maybe I should do more than one to kind of show you how they can do it. But pop it in, and it's gonna register. It's gonna register voltage, milliamps, time, that tells you how long it's been charging. There's your voltage, and it's just going to cycle through. 368 milliamps, and it's been charging for, well, hasn't quite been charging for a minute. But I'm going to pop another battery in there just to show you. Now that one's sitting at 4.08 volts. It's charging at 500 milliamps. And there's your time again. So there it kind of shows you where you've been. Now, where are we at? These both batteries say they're down, I mean, just above half. And, you know, I mean, yeah, I guess with as much as I've been, you know, messing with it and checking out, that's probably fairly accurate. It seems a little like it's drained a little. I don't know how old these batteries are or anything like that. See, and the interesting thing is, one is charging at, you know, about 350 milliamps, where the other one is charging at 500 milliamps. So what you can do here is you can go to each cell. Zoom in a little bit. And you can change to whether it's charging at 500 milliamps or 1,000 milliamps. Now it's charging at 1,000 milliamps. So there you go, and it's running about 680 is what it's charging at. So, should hopefully charge faster that way. Now, when I charged them at 500 milliamps, charged them all at 500 milliamps, and it took about 7.5 hours to do it. So, but there's just kind of a quick look at how the battery charger works. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. It's the first time I've really had a battery charger like this, too. So, I'm learning all sorts of stuff. It's kind of cool. I am going to kick this back down to 500 milliamps just so they're all the same for now. But kind of interesting. So I'm going to set this back off to the side. We'll let those charge. I'll get the other batteries in there to charge. Put our tail cap back on for the time being. But, you know, as a first experience with a Searchlight, this was kind of fun. It was kind of cool. I definitely learned some things, you know. Lumens ain't everything, apparently. You know what I mean? You know, guys, I'm not an expert at this stuff. I'm learning as I go, and it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. So, yeah. I really appreciate Brinyte sending this one out, giving me the opportunity to check out the SR8 Rescue Angel. I may want to get some other rescue lights in and check them out as well, you know, to kind of get a little bit of comparison going on there. But thanks again, Brinyte, and thank you guys for swinging by and checking out the SR8 Rescue Angel from our good friends at Brinyte. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Till next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.